Yo, let's talk about blood sugar today. Now, in order to understand blood sugar, you have to also understand processed carbohydrates, okay? You gotta know about sugar, you have to know where enriched flour comes from. And when you look at your ingredients, like from now on, like when you look at your ingredients, you're gonna see enriched flour in just about everything. It's so important to understand where it comes from and what it's doing to your health, what it's doing to your weight, how it could be making you diabetic. You have to know that in order to, get to where you want to go. Now, let's take a processed carbohydrate like a bagel or some bread or something like that. Where did it start? Where did it come from? Now, if you like rewind that bagel through time, it was probably some wheat, okay? Some type of grain. We'll just say wheat. Now, the wheat had healthy stuff in it. It had vitamins, it had minerals, okay? However, they took that wheat and they took it to a factory and they processed it. Now, when they process it, they remove like the bran layer, and the bran layer is full of fiber, okay? Gone. All right? Then they take out the germ as well, and the germ is full of like B vitamins, which are great for energy production. Okay, they're also fantastic for the brain. They get rid of some of the oils, which contain vitamin E, all right, which is awesome for the heart as well as a lot of other things. They get rid of the essential fats that are in there as well. Now, after that, all they're really left with is the endosperm, all right? And that's how we get this real fine, pliable powder called flour that you can pretty much turn into anything. That's why we have all these new foods all the time, because flour, I mean, you can make anything, cookies and, goldfish and all this crazy stuff is made out of flour. Now, there once were nutrients and vitamins and minerals in there. Now there aren't. And so it's basically a nutrient-bearing flour. And what they have to do is add some vitamins and minerals back to it. And that's called enrichment. Now, do you think that they add the same vitamins and minerals back to it that they took out of it? No. They add just like some basic vitamins that are made in a laboratory, all right, which your body's probably not going to recognize in the first place. And then they take these vitamins that are mixed in with the flour and they put it in a hot oven, heat it up, and then it destroys the vitamins. Okay? Some of the minerals stay because it's hard to destroy minerals, but you lost all the vitamins, so there's really no point. It's still really a nutrient-bearing food. All right? And so if you think about this, what is the purpose of your digestive system? The purpose of your digestive system is to break foods down, right? However, the food is already broken down for you before it even gets into your mouth. All right? Do you see how that can have hazardous implications for your health? Now, since the fiber is gone, since the vitamins and minerals are gone, that bread, that bagel, that whatever, literally zooms to your digestive system, okay? Down your esophagus, through your stomach, all right? And then goes into your small intestine. And what happens is you get a splash of sugar into your bloodstream, okay? Let's get into the blood sugar part. This is what I call the zone. You want to stay in here with your blood sugar. This is where I really try hard to stay, and I pretty much mastered this, all right? Because I have to stay upbeat. I have to stay energetic. I can't be moody all the time and whatnot. I'm trying to avoid, and you're trying to avoid, being up here, hyperglycemia, too much blood sugar. You're trying to avoid being down here, hypoglycemia, too little blood sugar. Now, when you wake up in the morning, your blood sugar's on the low side. All right, because you haven't eaten for 8-9 hours maybe. So you just ate that bagel with no fiber, no vitamins, no minerals, okay? You got a splash of sugar into your bloodstream. What happens to your blood sugar? It spikes, okay? You're feeling good momentarily, but what does the body do? How does it respond to too much sugar in the bloodstream? All right? You need insulin. So the pancreas is like, yo, there's mad sugar in the bloodstream. We got to take this thing down, all right? And so think of it like this. Pancreas shoots out insulin, all right? And let's imagine like my hand is a receptor. No, it's a cell. And the pen cap here is a receptor, okay? And the receptor is just for insulin. And insulin comes out of the pancreas through the bloodstream, binds on to that receptor. The cell opens up and it starts shoving sugar in there, okay? But usually when the sugar is so high in the bloodstream, the cell sucks too much in. So what happens to your blood sugar? Bam, you drop. Okay? Everybody knows what it feels like to crash. Okay? You know, when you eat something and then an hour later you feel like tired, but you might have just woke up, or you feel hungry, but you just ate. Okay? That's what it feels like to crash. You're irritable, you're cranky, you're lethargic. All right? Now, what are you craving when your blood sugar crashes? Are you craving broccoli and cauliflower? No, you're craving more carbohydrates. You're looking for the donuts. You're looking for the vending machine. You want something sugary because your body is not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Your body's like, yo, crank me back up. And so you eat something made out of flour or sugar, some quick burning carbohydrate, and then you spike right back up. And then what happens? You crash. And this is going on until you get a good, nice, healthy meal in with some protein, some fat, some fiber and whatnot. Okay? It's funny, when I go to supermarkets, I always look in people's carts, and I can look into somebody's cart and not look at the person, and just by looking at what they have there, I know what their body looks like. Because it'll be like, you know, white flour, white pasta, sugar, soda, you know, nothing but bad carbohydrates, and it's typically an obese person driving that cart. And here's why. When insulin levels are high, like that, you're storing fat. All right? Insulin stores fat. You can take a genetically manipulated rat. This is in Good Calories, Bad Calories, the book. And you can tweak it so it can't produce insulin, and you can overfeed the heck out of it, and it won't gain weight. Okay? Insulin stores fat. Now here's the deal. Imagine you were to do the exact same workout with the exact same weights and the exact same exercises for 2 years straight. All right? And you know, you're going to get results in the beginning, maybe the first, 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to get results. And then after that, things just kind of stop. Now, what happens? Your body becomes resistant to the exercise. It becomes used to it. Now, if I'm that cell and I've got this receptor and insulin is always just pounding and pounding and pounding this receptor hour after hour, the cell, after a while, is going to be like, nah, you ain't getting in. You ain't getting in. We need more. You need to knock a little bit harder on this door to open me up. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is more insulin begins to accumulate in the bloodstream. More sugar begins to accumulate in the bloodstream. When you've got more insulin in the bloodstream, you're storing fat. When you've got too much sugar in the bloodstream, you're hyperglycemic and you can become pre-diabetic or diabetic. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is what the carbohydrates are doing to people, the processed carbohydrates. And in another video, we'll talk more about grains and what kind of grains are good for you. And just keep this in mind. A whole grain, okay, the definition of a whole grain is something that you can put, you can pour water on, or something that you can water and it will sprout, okay? And so think about that when you're having some whole grain this and whole grain that. If you watered it, would it sprout? Because if not, that's BS, okay? So we're going to get to that on another day. For now, really focus on managing your blood sugar. You will know when you have a meal that screwed up your blood sugar because you're going to feel blah right after it. If you're having sugary cereal for breakfast and you feel blah an hour afterwards, that means you're in fat storing zone. You are out of your fat burning zone and you will not lose weight. You will not feel healthier. You will not avoid diabetes when you're doing that to yourself all day. Okay, I got to get out of here. This is a long video. We'll do another part soon. I'll see y'all later. Peace.